Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students of class 7th, this is lecture number 11. In today's lecture, we will discuss article and its kinds. This chapter has been taken from English Grammar 3, Articles, one of parts of speech, and article has two kinds. First one is called definite article, that is the, the, and indefinite article, there are two, a and n. Okay, now see first of all the definition of article. An article is a determiner that indicates the coming of a noun. Article is a determiner. Determiner means any adjective or modifier that limits a noun in grammar. That is called determiner. Means मुशख्खस करने वाला, मुअय्यन करने वाला, किसी चीज का तयन करने वाला. That is called determiner. So article is a determiner. It is like an adjective. It is a modifier that indicates the coming of noun. That indicates, तो इशारा करता है कि मेरे बाद noun आ रहा है, the coming of noun. Okay, it announces the coming of noun. It comes before a noun. Okay, the indefinite articles, there are two kinds. First is indefinite article. They are a and n. They means one. Whenever we say this is a book, mean this is one book. This is an apple, means one apple. So a or n, it means one. And this is used only with singular countable nouns. Okay, we use a or n with singular nouns and countable nouns. We cannot use them before uncountable nouns. It leaves indefinite the place or person mentioned. Okay? It leaves indefinite the place or person mentioned. Okay, the place or person जिससे पहले ये आता है उसको indefinite करता है. Indefinite mean unspecified. Okay, उसको specify नहीं करता, वो एक unspecified होता है. और in other words वो एक general होता है, general एक noun होता है जिसको नकिरा कहते हैं उर्दू में. वो मार्फा नहीं होता, proper नहीं होता है. Example, I bought a house. A house. House is indefinite. Okay, mean any house, कोई भी house हो सकता है. This is not a specific house. Okay. Okay. Number two. Next kind is definite article. Definite article is the, the. Okay. This article points out the person or thing. Okay. It comes before a person, name of person or name of thing. It refers to a particular person or thing and can be used with both singular and plural nouns and also with uncountable nouns, right? So it refers a particular person. Okay, a and n refer to indefinite place or person, but this is, it refers to particular. खास शख्स या खास चीज से पहले इस्तेमाल करते हैं. It can come before singular, before plural, before countable and before uncountable nouns. Right. The house that I bought 10 years ago is being painted. The house. Okay. Here it means the particular house. Which house? That I bought 10 years ago. वो वाला घर जो मैंने 10 साल पहले खरीदा था. Now you are specifying. Okay, the house. So this is particular house, not a common, not an indefinite or general house. Okay. The food that I had yesterday was very tasty. Not any food, but the food that I had yesterday. जो मैंने कल खाई है वो वाली food. Okay. So the food. Now you are specifying food with the help of definite article the. Now rules of a. Where do we use a? Okay, A is used before a word beginning with a consonant. Okay, there are two types of letters or sounds, consonant and vowels. Okay, vowels are A, E, I, O, U. 5 letters or sounds are considered vowels, and the rest of 21 alphabets or letters, they are called consonant. Okay, a kettle, K. K is consonant, so before K we use A. A kettle. A group, G. G is consonant. A woman, wo. A fan, F. Fan, the person. A chair, chair, cha. Che is cha sound is also consonant. A yacht, ya, ya. Okay, ya sound is also consonant. Okay. Before a word beginning with a vowel with a consonant sound. Okay. If there is a word that is starting with a vowel letter, but it sounds as consonant, there we also use A, not N. Okay. For example, a university. U is U is although a vowel, but it sounds consonant. U, ya sound is consonant. This is not university. This is university. A European, okay, U. E sounds here, ja. A union, ja. A useful, ja sound. A one-way track, O. O is vowel, but it sounds here consonant. One, V sound, okay, a one-way track. Next, we use A before a singular countable noun when it is mentioned for the first time. Okay, when you are mentioning a word for the first time, then you use A. For example, he bought a raincoat. A raincoat. Okay, you are mentioning first time. Okay, a raincoat. But when you will mention the raincoat again in the next sentence, you will use the. Now you will specify it. Okay. For example, I bought a raincoat. The raincoat is in black color. The raincoat. Why the? Because you already have mentioned it A. अब दोबारा जब मेंशन करेंगे तो इसके बाद यही वाला रेनकोट होगा, इसलिए अब ये पर्टिकुलर हो जाएगा, ये खास हो जाएगा. So we will use the. Okay. With an expression of quantity, when you are expressing quantity of something, किसी चीज़ की मिकदार बताते हैं, उससे पहले था. For example, a lot of time. A lot of time. Okay, time की मिकदार. A great deal of money means बहुत ज़्यादा रकम. A great deal of money. A dozen oranges. एक दर्जन orange. A little whole. थोड़ी सी whole. Okay, a little whole. With certain numbers, खास numbers के साथ भी ये इस्तेमाल होता है. 100 rupees. Okay, 100 रुपया. 1000 rupees. 1000 रुपया. Before half, when half follows a whole number, otherwise after half, we use A before half. यहाँ पे half लिखा हुआ है, उससे पहले हम A यूज करते हैं. When half follows a whole number, लेकिन जब half से पहले एक मुकम्मल नंबर आए वो, जैसे 1 and a half. Half से पहले 1 आया हुआ है, that is whole number, यानी कि डेढ़. 1 एक, 1 and a half यानी डेढ़, एक और एक आधा. तो जहाँ पे इससे पहले होल नंबर आया हुआ होगा, then we will use A before half. Okay, a half, 1 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half kilo, अढ़ाई kilo. But if there isn't any whole number before half, then we will use A after half. जैसे half a liter, आधा लीटर. half a kilo. half से पहले अगर 1, 2, 3, 4 नहीं आया हुआ, तो फिर हम A जो है वो half के बाद लिखेंगे. half a liter, half a kilo. Okay. Next, before a proper noun to point out an unfamiliar person, or if we want to express a special meanings. Okay. Before a proper noun, we cannot use articles before proper noun, but sometimes Okay, when the person is unfamiliar, जिसको आप जानते नहीं हैं, or if you want to express a special meaning, तो उस वक्त आप use कर सकते हैं. For example, a Jamil Shah rang up in the morning. For example, someone asks you, who rang you up in the morning? किसने आपको सुबह कॉल की थी? Okay, you don't know the person who was on call. His name was Jamil Shah. You can answer, a Jamil Shah was ringing up in the morning. Okay, कोई जमील शाह था. Okay, sometimes wrong number आ जाते हैं, call आ जाती है, वो कहता है कि for example I am Jamil Shah. Okay, someone can ask you कि कौन है कॉल पे, तो आप कहते हैं अजमील शाह is calling. अजमील शाह, कोई जमील शाह है जो कॉल कर रहा है. Okay, similarly, when you want to express a special meaning, for example, he wants to be a Javed Mirdad when he grows up. जब वो बड़ा होगा तो वो जवेद मियादाद बनना चाहता है. बड़ा होकर एक जवेद मियादाद बनना चाहता है. वो बड़ा होकर एक इमरान खान बनना चाहता है. Okay, a जवेद मियादाद. Okay, next. A is used in exclamation before nouns. Exclamatory sentences में noun से पहले इस्तेमाल होता है. For example, such a mess. What a pity. What a lovely flower. Right? Okay, rules of using n. These were rules of A, now n. N is used before a word beginning with a vowel sound. For example, an aunt, an egg, okay, a or e. They are beginning with vowel sounds. Before a mute h, example, an honest. H is mute here, okay, we cannot pronounce honest. We don't say honest, we say honest. H is not pronounced. Honest. And or. H is silent. Okay. And here. H is silent. Okay. Before individual letters spoken with a vowel sound. For example, he is an MP. He is an MP. Okay. When letters are pronounced differently, separately, individually, okay, they are pronounced with a vowel sound. Okay, for example, m. Okay, m starts with a, m. Okay, a sound is vowel sound. Similarly, n. Okay, n, a, n, l, a. Okay, so when you pronounce individually, when you pronounce some letters individually and they sound like vowels, so there we will choose n. NMP. He is an MPA. He is an MA. Okay. Next is omission of article. Okay, where to omit article, where to remove article. कहाँ पे आप article नहीं लिख सकते. Okay. अब वो कुछ चीजें बताई जाएंगी. Right. The article is omitted before proper material abstract nouns. Okay, you cannot write article before proper nouns except in special case like we have just studied. Material abstract nouns, uncountable nouns used in general sense. जब आम तौर आम मायने में इस्तेमाल, जैसे justice is done, अदालत वाक़ई हो गई, अदालत हो गई, अदालत मुनाकिद हो गई है. Okay? Justice is abstract noun, so we cannot say a justice, okay, is done. No, justice is done. Sugar is bad for your teeth. Sugar is uncountable noun. Okay, so we cannot say a sugar is bad, but sugar is bad for your teeth. Note, uncountable nouns take the when used in particular sense. जब खास sense में इस्तेमाल हों, इनसे पहले the आ सकता है, कि uncountable से पहले. Especially when qualified by an adjective phrase or clause. जब इससे पहले adjective phrase या clause आएगा. Would you pass me the sugar? Okay, would you pass me the sugar? Okay, now that's mean you are here. The sugar is a particular. Okay, for example, आपके सामने पड़ी हुई है टेबल पे, आप उसकी तरफ इशारा करते हैं. The sugar. I cannot forget the kindness he showed me. Not every kindness, the kindness he showed me. जो मेरे ऊपर उसने मेहरबानी की, उस मेहरबानी को मैं नहीं भुला सकता. Okay, this is specifying this kindness. Plural nouns, for example, diamonds are expensive. You cannot say a diamonds because a mean one and diamonds is plural. Okay, such nouns take the, लेकिन इनसे पहले the आ सकता है with a particular meaning. For example, the diamonds he purchased were fake. वो डायमंड जो उसने खरीदे थे वो फेक थे, वो नकली थे. ओके, द डायमंड्स यहाँ पे पर्टिकुलर हो गया है, खास हो गया है, इसलिए जो खरीदे गए हैं वो मुराद हैं, ना कि सारे. तो यहाँ द आ सकता है, बट वी कैन नॉट यूज indefinite article a or n before plural noun. Uncountable nouns we cannot use before uncountable nouns. Please give me some water. Some water, you cannot say some water. Okay. Seasons, name of seasons. Winters are usually cold in Islamabad. Okay, you cannot say a winters. Language, academic subjects, for example, Urdu, Hindi, German, physics, science, economics, mathematics. Okay, you cannot use any article before them. Okay, for example, you cannot say I am learning an Urdu, I am learning a Hindi, but you will say I am learning Urdu, I am learning Hindi. Okay? Names of games, you cannot use before names of game. Cricket, tennis, billiards, squash, football. I am playing a football. This is incorrect. I am playing football. Okay. The is omitted before certain words such as home, hospital, church, court, prison, school, office. These are specific, some certain words खास अल्फाज हैं. इनसे पहले the को omit किया जाता है. The is removed. इनसे पहले the नहीं लिख सकते. When these words are used for purpose of those institutions, जब ये अपने इंस्टीट्यूशन के मीनिंग्स में इस्तेमाल हो, उस पर्पस में इस्तेमाल हो. फॉर एग्जांपल हॉस्पिटल, हॉस्पिटल की मीनिंग में इस्तेमाल हो रहा हो, चर्च, चर्च की मीनिंग में इस्तेमाल हो रहा हो, एट दैट टाइम वी विल omit, we will remove the before them. For example, the patient is in hospital. Patient hospital में है. Here hospital has been used for the purpose of institution. जो मकसद है हॉस्पिटल का वो क्या है? पेशेंट्स की पेशेंट्स का इलाज करना, उनका ट्रीटमेंट करना. ओके, सो यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल से पहले हम द नहीं लिख सकते. द पेशेंट इज इन द हॉस्पिटल, बट हियर वी कैन राइट हियर हिज रिलेटिव्स विजिटेड द हॉस्पिटल. उसके रिलेटिव्स ने विजिट किया द हॉस्पिटल. यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल इंस्टीट्यूशन के पर्पस के तौर पे नहीं आया है. रिलेटिव्स का इलाज नहीं हो रहा वहाँ पे जैसे पेशेंट हो रहा था, बल्कि रिलेटिव्स आर जस्ट विजिटिंग द हॉस्पिटल. ओके, सो हियर वी कैन राइट द हॉस्पिटल. ओके, नेम्स ऑफ रिलेशंस लाइक फादर, aunt and uncle. Father has come home. Okay, the father, a father. We cannot write like this. Okay, on the next page, these 3 points. Okay, leave these 3 points. We are not going to study this one. Okay, it already has become so lengthy. So leave these. These are not important so much. Okay. Now come to exercise. This is for your homework for today's lecture. You will write all the points, all the chapter on your notebook, and after writing this chapter, this lesson, you will solve this exercise by yourself. Insert indefinite articles a or n wherever necessary. जहाँ पे ज़रूरत है वहाँ पे a या n का इस्तेमाल करना है. Okay, I can solve you first example. What terrible sight this is. What a terrible sight. Okay, here you will write what a terrible sight this is. Okay, because this is exclamation. Okay, exclamatory sentence, and we have read an exclamatory sentence. We use what a terrible, what a lovely. Okay? Likewise, you will solve the other examples with the help of rules that have been narrated before. Okay, from rules for the using of the. We will start this lecture in our next class.